Element 1. Identify the role of a valet. 1.1. Describe the service delivered by a valet. Introduction. This unit applies to all establishments where specialist valet or butler service are conducted. This section identifies the task a valet undertakes. The job of the valet. A valet, sometimes also known as a butler, is employed by a hotel to provide a personalized and specialist service to guests for the duration of their stay. They add a degree of service, class, and style many people associate indulgence and opulence. Valet service are not common. Certainly, not all establishments provide valet service, and the position may not exist in some countries. Many hotels will only supply a valet parking service. However, international guests may have very high levels of expectation in relation to the service provided by valets, especially American and Japanese guests. Many expect the same level of service provided by other upmarket hotels around the world. The many roles of a valet. Many regards the valet as providing a combination of roles, each with its own demanding level of personalized and individualized service. The various roles include housekeeper, performing a range of service normally provided by room attendants in other rooms. Confidant, being a trusted person whom the guest can confide in when they need to talk or share an idea, experience, or opinion. Guide, informing the guest of what is available both within and outside the venue. When is it available, how to get there, and how to obtain entry, tickets, preferential treatment. Concierge. While all valets work together with the concierge in a venue, many valets often takes the role of concierge for the guests they are looking after. Organizer. Organizing activities including reservation tickets to show, entry to the events, meeting with people, daily schedule, on behalf and under the direction of the guest. Supervisor, overseeing the work of the people, venue employees and outside workers who provide products and service to the guest. Guest relation, ensuring the guest has a pleasant stay in the venue, ensuring their expectations are met and dealing with any problem that arise during the stay. It is true that a valet may be all this and more. Exactly what a valet is or the services that provide depends greatly on the needs of individual guests. There is a special relationship between the valet and the concierge, especially the nature of the working relationship between them that demands instant response to guest needs, quick supply of information, and general professional support. The valet must be able to respond immediately and appropriately to the needs of individual guests who may all have widely diverse demands. It is definitely a challenging position, but without doubt, an extremely rewarding one. The role of valet will generally be undertaken by experienced staff members or other people with sound organizational and interpersonal skills. Depending on the organizational structure of the venue, valet may be located in housekeeping, front office, or another appropriate department such as finance or sales and marketing. The valet is always a front of house member of staff. They are not back of house staff who work behind the scenes. A guest contact staff member as opposite to a manager or administration officer, a service provider. While they perform some liaison and supervision, that is, their primary role is one of service provision. The main duties of a valet refer to the service they provide to their guests. The position description for valet at your venue will provide a good starting point regarding what they are expected to do. The nature extent of this service will vary between guests, with some guests demanding constant attention and others requiring little in the way of valet service. Service can include, but are not limited to, professionally or confidentially communicating with the guest and on behalf of the guest, unpacking and storing the guest luggage, preparing the guest clothes and footwear ready for us, like pressing of garments as requested, packing guest luggage for their departure, cleaning and polishing shoes as required or requested, repairing or organizing the repair of clothes and other guest belongings, providing assistance in relation to organization of guest needs and requests including wake-up calls, newspaper, coffee, and tea, monitoring the provision of establishment service to the guests, both in the room and throughout the venue. This may include arranging and supervising the provision of room service for meals, snacks, parties, and drinks, organization and implementation of function for the guests in their room or in a function room at the venue, recording service that have been delivered for quality control and accounting procedures, preparing room before guest arrives, by providing various items such as fruit bowls, complimentary gifts, bedrooms, chocolates, and flowers. Looking after guest laundry and dry cleaning needs on an ongoing basis for the duration of their stay. Organizing and processing secretarial duties upon request, such as message, faxes, packages, translation, postage, and use of the business facilities at the property. Ranging restaurant bookings, car hire, tours, specified purchase of gifts or other items. Organizing activities to meet guest needs, such as arranging special functions in the venue, booking local excursions and tours, and making reservations for the theater, shows, dining, and special events. Provision of local advice, a concierge function, including recommendation for dining and shopping, suggestion for transport and sightseeing, option for tourism and leisure activities, acquisition of personal service, making, altering, or confirming travel arrangement. Prior to guest arrival, the valet must investigate background information and knowledge about guest preference and previous history with the establishment, take action to ensure promises made to the guest are met when the guest arrives. On guest departure, the valet must record and process guest card charges and accounts for billing and payment, assist in the maintenance of guest history file to provide relevant up to date information about the guest or VIP, debrief with management to identify lessons learned, determine change needing to be made to SOPs, and whether or not management needs to contact the guest to make an apology.